Shalom Israel. It's Israelite School UPK. Another Take Ground breakdown. You understand? Take Ground Radio Matrix session. You understand? It's time to wake up. Wake our people up. You understand? But check this out. Check this crazy video out. I mean, this is a brother who was put in prison and executed for something he didn't even do. You understand? Let's get it. This is just
My
insane.
brother proclaimed his innocence until his dying breath.
This is just insane.
From the day he was arrested to the day he died. Lee always insisted that he did not commit this crime and that he was innocent.
The state executed Patricia Young's brother, Liddell Lee, on April 20th, 2017 at the Cummins unit near Pine Bluff. Now she's suing to get access to evidence from the crime scene.
We're asking the city of Jacksonville to allow us to test DNA and fingerprint evidence from the murder for which our brother was convicted and executed. If my brother was innocent, that means the killer has gone free.
And look at that, that's so heavy, man, because that's the brother's sister, and man, she damn near crying behind having to come to them to even say to ask, like, should we be fucking demanding to get that shit together before the brother was executed? Like, this is what we dealing with in this damn kingdom, man. You understand? I'm gonna get a scripture to go with this, but man, this is just crazy how they executed a brother, and there's evidence that would say otherwise, man. All that evidence should have been put out all for everybody to see. You understand? Before they executed this brother.
According to the lawsuit, the evidence has never been tested with modern technology. The Innocence Project and the American Civil Liberties Union got involved with the case just weeks before Lee was...
Look at that beautiful brother, man. A beautiful brother, man, who had a whole life ahead of him. And look what they did to him. They killed him, framed him for a murder he didn't commit, and executed him without even putting the evidence out there for people to scrutinize and see for the public. You understand? Or for somebody else to cross-examine any of that. That's how you know they up to some bullshit, because they tried to hide it. Or they did hide it, and they still hiding it.
Was executed.
We've had some of the nation's leading experts in forensic science look at that evidence, and their findings are deeply troubling.
While they've been able to look at the evidence, they say they need access to it so they can get testing done. The lawsuit has been filed in response of the Jacksonville Police Department.
Like, man, if you're going to execute somebody and you got DNA, you should be testing that fucking DNA. What is going on? This is the kingdom of Satan, you understand? And we're going to get there in the scriptures.
Department's decision not to release that evidence for testing.
Our organizations will pay for the testing. We'll pay for the experts to analyze the evidence. Both sides can have access to it. The process can be open and transparent.
The lawsuit names the Jacksonville Police Department, Police Chief Joseph McCullough, the City of Jacksonville, and Mayor Bob Johnson. I talked to the police chief, who declined an on-camera interview. Here at City Hall, we talked to the mayor's receptionist, who told us the mayor was directing all inquiries to the city attorney's office. So we walked down the hall to the city attorney's office.
Crazy.
She wasn't available for an interview, but she did send an email response. In her email, City Attorney Stephanie Friedman said that, quote, under current Arkansas statutes and case law, the city of Jacksonville is prohibited from releasing the requested DNA physical evidence for public inspection, end quote. She also sent a copy of the email she sent to the Jacksonville mayor and city council members explaining the city's legal position on the Freedom of Information Act request for Lee's DNA. In Jacksonville, Cole Zimmerman, 4029 News.
Look at this crazy. Look at this shit. You understand? Look what we got to deal with in this kingdom, in this empire, and you know, every day. You understand? So we're gonna get the scriptures, man. Isaiah, and they talking about they ain't got to get the evidence, man. This is crazy. Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? This is talking about Esau when he gets destroyed, how he's going to be fallen, how the oppressor is going to fall. And we're going to prove it as we get down. Lucifer, how art thou fallen from heaven? This is what it really means. How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? That's how you know this is talking about the oppressor, the Europeans. They weakened the nations. How did they weaken them? Through missiles, bombs, drugs, guns, murder. You understand? They weakened the nations. Ain't no spirit came around and started weakening nations. That's the oppressor who did that. They weakened the native Indians with smallpox. They weakened the black man through slavery and murder and religion. You understand? They weakened the nations. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. And they weakened the nations by killing brothers who never did a damn, who never did the crime. Like they just executed that brother. For thou saidst in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. The oppressor thinks he's going to always be on top. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. The stars of God is the 12 tribes of Israel. They exalt themselves over the black, Hispanic, and Native American people. And they exalt themselves and murder us and kill us in cold blood and hold us in prison houses. I will also sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, which means they're going to rule over the world, rule over the planets. Not the planets, over the people. That's the congregation. 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. That's what the oppressor thinks of himself, man. He thinks he's fucking God. You understand? That's why you got that image of a white Jesus. When look at these images behind me. The prophets and the priests and Christ was black people. These are the Russian icon images. They were black. You understand? They want to ascend above the clouds of the Most High and be like God and make themselves as God. That's why they got paintings and images where they God, where they make God a white man when the Bible said God was black in Daniel 10 and 7, and Daniel 5 and 6 say Christ is black. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. That's what's going to happen to the oppressor. That's what's going to happen to our oppressors, man. They're going to be brought down to the pits of hell. You understand? Which means they're going to have hell is on earth. It means they're going to have they suffering and they pain and their kingdom going to fall on earth. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee. We're going to narrowly look upon thee like, who the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? Narrowly look upon thee. Not like you great. And consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? This the fucking precept that lets you know Lucifer, Satan, the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. It said, is this the man? It ain't say no spirit. It don't say no, with horns and a pitchfork underground. It said, is this the man? We're going to look on him and say, when the white man kingdom fall, we're going to look at him and say, is this the man that made the kingdoms tremble? We're going to see him in his weak and low state as a vagabond and a criminal on the earth and a fugitive. And we're going to say, is this the man that shake the earth, that made the nations tremble, that everybody was scared of? That's what we're going to say. He did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. We're going to say, is this the man that had all the brothers locked up in prisons? That put brothers in prison that didn't do nothing? You understand? That's what we're going to say. When the oppressor falls, man, and his time is up. His time is coming. Well, he's going to fall, and we ain't going to have to worry about him no more. One more scripture. Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth. For a spoil, and none saith restore. Which basically means what we just seen in that story. We are in the prison houses. There's tons of brothers in the prisons that never did the fucking crime. Brothers getting executed for crimes they never even did. You understand? That's what we dealing with in this place. That's what we have to. That's what we living and facing every damn day. You understand? Brothers is dying in this place. Brothers is being tortured and being treated inhumanely. Brothers is being killed and murdered for crimes they never did, with evidence that can exonerate them. This is what we're dealing with. You understand? This is the nature of the beast. This is Babylon. This is Egypt and Sodom, like the scripture says. It's time to wake up, Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Go to www.ISUPK.com. Get into them Israelite School of UPK classes. Learn from the priests and prophets of the Lord. You understand? It's been another Take Ground Breakdown with Take Ground Radio under Commander GEN.YAHANNA Matrix session. It's time to wake up. Time to wake the hell up. Get out the Matrix. Let's see what the oppressor is doing to our people. Learn the truth. Our people, it's time to wake up and rise. His time is coming. Where this kingdom is going to fall. World War III is coming. You understand? So much more I got to say. So much more I could drop on this. You know what I mean? But I'm going to end it for now. Go to ISUPK.com. Go to No Cowards Indianapolis on YouTube. Indianapolis Israelites on Facebook. And follow us. Learn more of the knowledge, man. Get girded in this truth and for this warfare, for this spiritual warfare. Learn the law, statutes, and commandments. And with that, shalom.
We don't have to be robbing and killing in the ghetto, living in filth and squalor. This don't have to be our life. This life been given to us by them low-life niggas you call black leaders, man.
One West, UPK, 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 UPK.
I.S.U.P.K. presents the Lord's 51st annual Passover.
All I ever
Yo,
wanted.
this is crazy, yo. We in the arena. Okay, I can't explain to you the level that is. This place is going to be packed with the children of the Lord shouting in one word and one name to them all.
On Thursday, April 9th, 2020 at sundown, we're going to be holding the Lord's 51st annual Passover.
I ain't a people pleaser. I don't like people either. I don't care if your Nas a Jigga ain't wanna meet you. Just give me my mother.
We're going to be located at the Westchester County Center, 198 Central Ave, White Plains, New York, 10606. $100 for all adults 17 and over. Kids are for free. Start sending in your funds today. For booking information, check us out on the I.S.U.P.K. 51st Annual Passover Facebook page. More updates will be available soon. Last but not least, Israel, Commandant General Yohanna will be accepting the men willing to stand for the Hebrew Academy 2021. The Lord's 51st Annual Passover.